How everybody doing today? This is Mr. Amen, and this is a Let Them Know Media production. First, I would like to say thank you for tuning in. And without further ado, I would like to talk about why failure is so important. You know, with the proper understanding and the proper outlook on failure in and of itself, let's talk about how it's a teacher instead of an inhibitor. You know, when you were young and you was learning how to walk, you always got back up, right? You wasn't scared to fall or fail. I heard Denzel Washington he said, fail hard, right? And we need to think about what's this we're talking about. We're talking about actual raw learning from the essence of everything not going the way we want it to go, right? You know, I am a firm believer that if we can just, think about the things that we're going through in a way where, it builds character, it builds us up and make us stronger outside of getting caught up in how we feel. You know, we tend to get caught up in how we feel, and getting caught up in how we feel tends to, slow down the blessing, right? And I've always heard people say that when you're going through a tough time, the blessing is right around the corner, right? So when we failing, what's going on? I mean, we could be like making some mistakes, right? We could be just looking at what we're doing, not from the perspective that we need to. So when we fail, is it safe to say that there's things that's trying to show us something? There's elements behind what we're doing that's trying to show us exactly the missing pieces to the puzzle, right? So if we just find the courage to just learn from what we're going through, oh, what kind of blessings can we have, right? And so, I would like to ask everybody to please like and subscribe. If you love these videos, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. This is how I get to other people that need to hear these topics and learn from these topics. I would like to thank you all for that in advance. So moving right along, I also want to say that, a lot of times the way that we've been taught about failure has been from the perspective of, paying, inappropriate attention to what's actually going on. And so these are the things that we're learning, and these behaviors that we're learning is not allowing us to take the responsibility that we need to take, right? And that responsibility, presses us moving forward. So I would like to say to everybody, when we fail in life, let's find the value in what's actually going on. Because I believe that there is a teacher right there trying to show us what we need to know, right? And so I would end with this. I'm going to make a video about affirmations, but just to give you a preview, you always have your goal, right? You have your dream, your thought, what your goal is. And then you have, at the end of that, you have the blessing. But you got all that room and space and opportunity in between the actual dream and at the end, finding out the benefits of that. So that's the teacher of failure right there. Because when you fail, you don't know you're about to fail. It happens though. So let's find the value and let's be more successful at everything that we're doing. All right? Everybody have a blessed day. Peace.